Great, great song, Leslie. Thank you for our Kirsten, whoever's doing the music today. That was a fun one to open it up on this Thursday. Hey, obviously it's Thankful Thursday. I do want y'all to take a moment to share some gratitude with somebody, give or offer to purchase somebody a warm cup of coffee because it is still freezing out here. Anyway, I hope everybody's had a great week. I know it's been for me extremely busy. And it does seem like it's picking up quite a bit. I mean, we didn't leave the office last night till 5:30. So people are out and about. And I will also say this, as I'm going back into our database and lead generating, there are people that I guarantee you're missing if you're not calling them. I called a lady that said she was a year out from buying. Um, this was like last year in 2025, bought in July of 2025, and we missed the opportunity. So I can't stand it. I'm super competitive, and I didn't get to her first, and that's on me. So anyway, all that to say is please make your phone calls, make some connections today, and do your one thing that's going to move the needle. I want to talk in terms of the market today, and I'm going to start hitting back on special steps next week. But I do want to pull this up as we're obviously going into the beginning of the month. I know we're well into it at this point, but I think it's important to look at what we're currently seeing in the statistics and what's happening. So, Leslie, do you mind sharing your screen for me, please? Okay, this is a document that my team tracks every single week. And I want y'all to cue in on the red. What is the red saying? Somebody unmute yourself and tell me what that is saying.
Months of inventory.
Okay, and where did we just cross over to?
Buyer's
What
market.
market? We are officially there. How much months of inventory?
7.
Seven.
Yep. So if I was to go back and look at an average, I'm probably still sitting. If I even go back and look at several weeks or a month, I'm probably still landing around 7. So the reason why I'm saying this, what typically happens in the spring market in terms of seasonality? What are people calling y'all for right now? They want to do what? Get their homes on the market by when?
Spring.
Spring.
Summer.
So what's that going to do for inventory?
Make it go up.
It's going to go up. So all that to say is the reason why this creative financing thing is so critical is y'all have got to start positioning your properties differently than anybody else, and you've got to make sure it's the show pony right out of the gate. And Mississippi, let's go over to Mississippi. So currently Mississippi, you're upticking. You're not there yet, but you're heading in that direction if you can't tell by how much it's increasing. So if I'm just going to think in terms of forecasting, it's all going up. And I've looked at every single market that we're in, and inventory has gone up in every single market. So I think it's a safe bet to say inventory is increasing, months of supply is increasing. And for the buyers, they have more to pick from, right? But we are officially in a buyer's market in Memphis. And I want to make sure everybody understands this because if you have anybody, yeah, I can get you the template so y'all can start tracking it. We can give y'all that. Yes. I've been tracking this for, I think over 2.5, 3 years. And all we do is pull it weekly, y'all. We pull it every Friday. And then we go over this with our team on Tuesdays. But all that to say is if you've got a listing right now, this is a perfect conversation to have with your sellers. And if you've got a buyer that's on the fence right now from purchasing, the only question that you need to ask is, what are you comfortable with in a mortgage payment? And, do you have any money for a down payment or not? And do you rent or do you own currently so that I can get a total picture plan for you? I had somebody call me yesterday She is interested in potentially looking at a house. However, she doesn't want to move. She loves her house, but she's realizing the cost to renovate it is extremely high and may not be worth her staying there. So, therefore, she may want to move. So, all that to say is if you're not having conversations with people, they don't know what's going on. Like they don't study these statistics every single week. They don't know that we've swung into a buyer's market. They don't understand that inventory's gone up. And so if we're not having this conversation, they're going to say, hey, I think my house is worth XYZ and I'll wait for the right offer. And then all of a sudden there is no offer and they have a stale listing and then they end up eating into their net. They get frustrated with you. They fire you. And then all of a sudden real estate agents can't do their job. So I want to make sure y'all understand that these numbers matter. Days on market obviously matters as well. But I think what is also interesting is how many went pending. So you can see like how many new or total active are coming on to the market or that are total. And then you can look at pending. But this all plays into the months of inventory. So if I'm just going to simplify it for you, months of inventory is telling me we are trending up with months of inventory, which means we've had more competition than what I have seen in a very long time. And buyers have lots of opportunities to pick from multiple properties. And what that also means, they are going to expect those homes to be in pristine condition if they want to move forward with an offer. So what are y'all hearing me say?
I have a question, Sarah,
Yes.
because it's kind of jogged my thought about something. Okay, so I have somebody call me yesterday about listing, and they're like, well, should we wait for the spring when there's more buyers so that we have a better chance of selling? And I was like, oh, maybe, so I just kind of blew it off and figured I'd talk to him about it. But do you think like, no, go ahead and do it because that's just there's going to be more competition in the spring?
I 100% think they need to do it now because it's going to take more time to sell it. You're going to have more competition coming down the line. And the reality is, it's trending upwards. Like we're going upwards into that buyer's market. And I would not wait. Where are they going?
It's actually a great price point, like 215, 220 in like off Reese Road over 38134. Like behind
Where are
Hollywood
they going
Theater.
though?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said where are they
Okay,
selling? Um, they're moving. They already have a house in Huntsville where they like had a retirement home and their family lives there. They're older.
got it.
So
Got it.
another like
So they
boomer
don't have to sell
situation.
it.
No,
So they
they
don't
don't
have
have
to.
to.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's up to them, but they need to understand that time on market is going to matter, and the months of supply keeping going up is going to decrease the demand for their property.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, they don't want to, just like anybody, they don't want to give it away. So
Yeah. No, and I mean, thanks, Sammy. I'm quite the vibe this morning. I went and worked out. I'm dubbing the hashtag KW Fashionista, everybody. Let's start putting that out there. Hey, there was something else I was going to say too about it. I just went blank. I think somebody asked something in the chat. How relevant is it that high percentages of homes are investor grade homes? I mean, there's a lot of them that are investments in Memphis, and y'all can pull all of those so everybody knows. You can pull those homes and tax records, those that have sold off market or any of them that are in an LLC. Y'all can start doing those searches and see, what are those investor owned properties as well. So I mean, just all in all, though, I mean, even investors, a lot of investors will tell you, some of them will say they can't find a good deal right now. I don't just, I would disagree with that. I think, if somebody is highly motivated and has to sell, you can find a good deal with the right buy box. But then there's other ones that'll tell you they don't want to purchase properties right now because they're trying to hold on to cash. So everything, is relative to the person's motivation. But all that to say is inventory, just if we're just going to strictly look at data, is going up. So if you've got buyers,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and I was just going to say, if you've got buyers, you've got lots of opportunities. Brandy, what were you saying?
I was asking, as far as that spreadsheet goes, are you pulling that from the MLS?
Yes, we pull that from the MLS.
Okay, that's what I need.
Um, and, we do that
I pull.
every Friday.
Okay.
So I can track it every Friday. And then I look at rates too, y'all. We have a sidebar over there on rates because then you'll see how rates correlate to inventory. I'll be really curious at Family Reunion. Gary and Jay chunk down the just the entire economic landscape in their vision speech. It's the one that most agents start to fall asleep on. It's the one that I geek out over. I would encourage y'all to geek out over it because they will start talking about historical averages and trends. And if you can understand those things and then take that back to your client, it's a non emotional conversation. So, Linda, for your people, hey, inventory is clearly going upward. It's probably going to keep going upward. We can wait. No big deal if you want to wait, but just know you're going to have more competition, which may increase your days on market.
Okay, thank you. I pulled that already, but I got to figure out how to pull the inventory. I don't know how to pull
There's
that.
there is a Linda, if you'll remind me, I'll send y'all a formula for the months of supply and absorption rates. I like the months of inventory. I just think it's easier to explain. When we start talking about absorption rates to even an agent or a consumer, they're like we have to make it super simple. Like this is our months of inventory. We can I'll put that in Facebook, Brandy, so that y'all got that formula.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I see you out there. Awesome job educating people at scale. That's awesome. Who else? Anybody else have any thoughts or questions around this? This is why creative financing matters. This is why we're doing that discussion in terms of sellers and putting it out there that we understand creative financing. This is why you want to hire us. This is how we're going to market it completely different. And this is why we get paid what we get paid because we understand how to structure it in a way to net you the most money with the least amount of time and the least amount of hassle. Anybody else have anything? Leslie, you just hit an Eventbrite. Oh, we've got Bold coming up, obviously. I'm looking forward to that. And I know that we've got a couple of events coming up next week. We're celebrating Black History Month on Tuesday. Is that right?
Yeah, for team meeting.
Celebration for Black History Month on Tuesday. Come join us. They do a fabulous job every year, so I'm highly looking forward to that. And then I know that we've got the awards banquet that's already booked. What's the date for that?
February 26th. We'll be sending out invitations next week.
So invitations are going out for that. Go ahead and dust off some of those ball gowns and cocktail dresses, KW Fashionista style, and let's go celebrate and really celebrate all the work that we've done over the past year. So love you guys. Please go tell somebody that you're thankful for them today. Get in the right mindset. Let's go make it happen. Y'all let me know if you need anything. Make it a good one. Make it count. Bye, everybody.